I'm Grant McFarland. I play drums for This Or the Apocalypse. When I was 4 years old, I started playing cello, and by the time I hit 4th grade, I started playing snare drum in the school band. And in 7th grade, I got my first drum kit, and started playing in some bands, you know, in middle school and high school, and eventually, you know, took my career a step further, and now I play drums professionally. I was trained classically as a cellist when I was 4, and since then I have had training, you know, on the snare drum in the school band, and then you know, in the marching band playing snare drum as well. As far as drum kit goes, I pretty much did all of that on my own, but was able to utilize all of my knowledge of music theory from growing up, and I'm able to apply it into my knowledge in drumming. But everything as far as drum set goes, I taught myself. When I first started learning how to play kit in 7th grade, I would blast Blink-182 through a little combo amp in my room, and I would play along and learn how to play Blink-182 songs. And so that's kind of how I learned how to play the drum set. My first big drum influence, I'd say, was Travis Barker. He's definitely the guy that like got me stoked to, you know, try and, you know, really up my chops, and so I gotta give it to him. I started getting into heavier music, you know. I started listening to Slipknot, and like I loved Linkin Park back in the day, and you know, now I kind of went through that phase where you know, you get a little older and you're like, oh, I don't like the stuff that everyone else likes, it's too poppy. So then I started listening to all sorts of underground stuff. I got really into Meshuggah. Thomas Hawk was a huge influence of mine drumming wise. He, just his ability to, you know, separate the hands from the feet and do mind-boggling patterns is something that really inspired me, and I use a lot in my own music. Currently I'm using the Vater Fatback 3As. They're just a really comfortable stick for me. The balance of the stick, you know, it's very very flat, almost all the way to the tip. So you get a lot of weight towards the tip. So for a hard hitter, that really helps. And it tapers off at the very end just enough, you know, to have a slightly smaller tip, but it's still good for, you know, heavier playing for rock or metal. And also, I think the Fatback 3A is half an inch shorter. I'm not exactly positive on that, but I believe it's a slightly shorter scale than their average sticks, you know, like a 2B or something like that. And the combination of everything put together is just a really comfortable, balanced stick, and I haven't found one from Vater that I like more yet.